I was kind of expecting a big spread on a table like the last time there was food here, but Keontae said to go into the maintenance break room, and there was the shop break room. There was a big box that says maintenance on it. Well, I got a Thanksgiving plate in here. Wow. Prepared plate from Cracker Barrel. What's in the bag? It's like forks and stuff. So it's been an extremely low impact day today. I just got into a black Chevy Malibu. The note on the side written on the window says, "Won't go over 40 miles per hour." That seems like it'd be a little inconvenient. Although if all cars were like that, the roads would be so much safer. Just saying. So it's parked over in 5-star, which is odd. And that tells me it was probably a return by the office, and just somebody moved it here to get it out of the way. Steve is on my left. No vomit out of him today. He's very apologetic about the whole vomit thing. So I started my shift. I popped in and went upstairs. Oh my goodness, sun right in my face. I didn't go upstairs. What I'm saying, I went into the office, waved at the really cute chick. Probably should have talked to her, but there was somebody else talking to her that I thought was Keontae, and it wasn't. So I just waved at her. She waved back at me, and I just went to work. I didn't expect to see her today. It kind of surprised me. So, walked out to the up-down lot, shocked to see that it was damn near empty. It's been quite a while since I've seen it that empty. But there were a few vehicles that were, most of them still dripping, like fresh out of the car wash. But I saw one that was kind of dry, and I was walking over, and I was about to get in it to go on up to the flip ramp, and I heard a car horn. I looked over, and Keontae was driving. Steve was in the passenger seat, so I figured I'd get in. And yeah, about half the time Keontae was here, we were just both giving Steve endless amounts of shit for his vomit episodes on Tuesday. But he's really, I can tell he feels bad about it. He's like super apologetic. But yeah, we both told him, it's like, you start throwing up again, we're out. we're not riding around with that. It's not happening. It's still so empty down here. Wish I had some way of recording my view as I drive through here, so y'all could see the emptiness of all the areas here. Already pulled my pulled the 2 cars that I put on the chargers yesterday evening. Had a really funny Esther moment earlier today, and I'm almost done moving this car, so I guess I'll have to explain that in the next run. Although as dead as it's been, who knows when the hell the next run will be. For the most part, it's just me and Steve sitting around doing nothing. Did see a couple of cars over in PC that are marked in a way that neither of us really know what to do with them. One of them says reserved, and I've seen that before, and I still really don't know what the hell that means. The other one said, oh my god, sun right in my face. I think the shop is open and they're working. They don't seem to be getting much done at this point. The other one says not in inventory. So I'm not sure what that means. I asked the guys that were doing returns over at Hertz. There's like 4 of them sitting over there just doing nothing, bored out of their minds. And one of them suggested that it possibly wasn't a Hertz car, which would make it weird that it got as far as getting washed and parked in a stall over at PC if it's not a Hertz car. That one I can verify by popping the door and see if it's got a Hertz barcode. But anyway, Steve is waiting for me. Go figure out what we're doing to stay entertained next. Right, I'm in a big old truck. It's a white Dodge Ram 1500, I think. I don't know, it's ridiculously oversized. These are the kind of trucks that are causing so many pedestrian fatalities these days. What's AM radio? There's how I switch it to XM. Steve's beeping at me. I'm in no hurry. I don't know why he's in such a hurry. Okay, I do not want to hear any fucking Christmas music. So on the window of this truck it says stop hold, which is not what they're ever supposed to write on the window. That's not specific enough.
Resources and Services Administration.
They're supposed to write what stop hold is on it. And there's nobody around there. You even ask what's up with that.
All my favorite games, and I get dinner.
Oh, this one's got HD radio on it. Just noticed that. Just gotta give it a second to kick in and then turn the knob one more and then click to the right. Boom. Nice.
Shows of the Ocean Blue. You're listening to Jay Cairo on KWSS.
So not quite sure what to think about this truck. I mean, I hate it by virtue of the fact that it's an oversized truck, but all four of the valve stem covers are sitting in the cup holder. That's weird. And somebody has creatively bent the radio antenna. Doesn't seem to be affecting reception any, but it sure looks stupid. Oh, I haven't heard this song in a long time. I think this is the Ocean Blue. I think I have this on cassette. I just do not spend enough time these days listening to my cassettes and my CDs and my records. Just gotta put a pink hat on this and let somebody deal with it tomorrow. And yeah, tomorrow, even though it's 5/17, the shop is already closed for the day, which I guess is to be expected. It's Thanksgiving. I just wish somebody would have given me a heads up that they were closing early, because I put my drinks in my bag in that break room in the cooler, and of course now I can't get at them, and that sucks. Pretty ridiculous. I gotta climb just to put something on the roof of this truck. Only commercial vehicles should have roofs that are that high. I was gonna tell the story about Esther, wasn't I? Yeah, I'm not getting to that. Maybe later. It's kind of a funny story. Esther's kind of a funny person. I think that was Steve just rolled in front of me. 5:26 on the Saturn clock, so I think that means it's 5:31. I like this song a lot. Priscilla and I were just talking about this song the other day. Wishing by a Flock of Seagulls. Seems like most retro stations only play the song I Ran by them. But they definitely had some other good songs, this being one of them. So since I've been locked away from my bag of beverages, and I'll be honest, the main reason I brought that bag is I was thinking about using it to transport some Thanksgiving leftovers home with me tonight. All right, nice headlights. But yeah, there weren't really any leftovers to speak of. Now I don't even have my damn bag, and it's extra shitty because I don't work again until Sunday. Not here. Got 2 shifts coming up on Factor.
It's the Fall Pledge Drive here on KWSS Indie Radio. Your Thanksgiving
Tomorrow night.
Time Machine special
Saturday night.
with a flock of seagulls.
Getting text messages coming in from work while push-through messages reminding me about my shifts. And they've been giving me push-throughs trying to get me to take a shift for Sunday as well.
PayPal to make your one-time donation, and it is tax deductible for you. And all show long, we haven't played a song that is newer than the year 1999. That was the cutoff. So we are definitely taking a look back. And if we weren't independent and we had a corporation that was dictating what to do and how often we play certain songs, we wouldn't be able to do cool things like this. And some of these songs we play sometimes, and some of them we hardly ever play. So to keep our station going, that's where you come in. You can also choose to make a donation through Venmo at KWSS Radio. Also in that set of music, Raul Sebastian, Electronic Renaissance.
I've worked for corporate stations that didn't dictate what was played. That's all on the program director of the station.
The Ocean Blue with Cerulean, the title track of their 1991 album. Kirsty MacColl, her debut single, They Don't Know, a song that was later covered by Tracy Ullman in 1984.
I was thinking that was Tracy Ullman when they were playing it.
Up by the Ramones, going back to 1995. I mentioned earlier.
Never realized that was Kirsty MacColl. The only song by her I ever really got into was Walking Down Madison, which wasn't a hit whatsoever. That's just one that really stuck with me because I forget where I was working at the time. I just remember I got a copy. It was when I was in radio. And I just remember I got a copy of the promotional single. Probably KRQU, probably me pulling the single out of the garbage when I emptied the trash at night. Every CD single that the music director, program director Mark would put in the garbage went home with me. And some of them did pretty much went back to the garbage. I actually would donate them to Goodwill, but a lot of them I really, really liked. And Walking Down Madison by Kirsty MacColl was certainly one of them. It was only a CD single, so I never did get a chance to hear the rest of the album, but I still love that song to death. It's 5:39, and I half expected this place to be closed when I got out of my car. A little sign up above the store that says Minute Mart is not lit up, but they're open. 2 people in there working, bored out of their minds. Ooh, Real Life. I love this song. They had another song which was not as big of a hit as this in the 80s called Catch Me I'm Falling. And man, that was like one of those songs that I just loved for years and couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was or who sang it. I heard it like one time on MTV and it just was stuck in my head for years before I figured out who and what it was. Yeah, I'm running out. So I guess I could get the Esther story out real quick. So as I've said many times, I recycle containers that I find in the rental cars, as long as they're not gross and dirty. But you know, water bottles, cans. So got a couple of Fiji water bottles that were pretty good sized. Now if they were unopened, I'd keep them. That's mine. But they'd been open and a little bit drank out of each one, but they were mostly full. So I got to the back end of the gatekeeper line. I just dumped them out. I mean, if it was something that would be a sticky, messy beverage, I'd dump it somewhere else. But water cleans things. I just dumped it out right there. Didn't realize Esther was still working. And dumped those out. Took that car that they came out of. Oh, and then when I did that, I just sat the 2 empties next to the plastic hats. I drive the car over to the PM line. I get in the shag, and as we're driving off, Esther walks over to the front of the gatekeeper line. Somebody else had parked the car there, probably a car washer parked the car there, and I guess that was her thing. She was emptying out the gatekeeper line. And she looks down, and God, she just looks so perplexed by the water on the ground. She's looking at it like she's just never seen water before. It was just hysterical looking at her. It was like, it's like you could tell she was trying to figure out what the liquid was and where it came from. And watching her emotions and the expression on her face was like watching a small child try to figure something out. It was just hysterical to me. And I'm just laughing. I don't think Keontae or Steve had any idea why I was laughing, but I was just laughing at that. I couldn't help but laugh. And then the next time I got down there, the 2 bottles were gone. I have no idea where the hell she put them, but I guess I won't be recycling those.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season.
All right, this is kind of interesting.
The same visit as your flu shot.
So the local radio station known as the Wow Factor is on 2 different frequencies, which are right adjacent to each other, 94.9 and 95.1.
95.1 and 94.9, the Wow Factor.
They simulcast on both stations, both frequencies. And for years they've been in sync, but in the last few days, they're not in sync. They're just a little bit off. And check it out. Check out what it sounds like when you bounce between the two. It's more pronounced when there's vocals. Been wanting to record this, but most modern car stereos don't make it that easy to bounce between frequencies like that. This Hyundai's just got a knob, so it's pretty simple. They're literally playing the most boring song in their playlist right now. Oh, I got 2 full pink lines over here. This ain't going to the pink line anyway. I can't get the damn phone to sit in the cup holder in this car. No static at all. FM. I'm in a Dodge Challenger. Its cup holders won't hold my iPhone. I was wanting to show the delay between the 2 frequencies of the wow factor on a vocal piece, and of course as soon as I get it recording, I hit one of these long ass instrumentals. Not hating on Steely Dan, it's just a long-ass instrumental. I was hoping I could re-angle the radio, or the phone, and get it pointed at the radio. More vocals. No vocals at all. These cup holders suck. I would never want to own this car just because of the stupid cup holders. Like, if I can't put my iPhone into the cup holder, it's just not a good car for me. No vocals at all. No vocals at all. What kind of cups you just put in these tiny ass cup holders? This dashboard sucks. Actually, it's not the dashboard that sucks, it's the center console. Center console sucks. Alright, I'm in some kind of a Nissan sedan. I just picked this one up from the Dollar Thrifty maintenance line. Whoever's doing returns over at Dollar Thrifty today, I haven't seen her. I mean, it's obviously somebody there doing it, but I literally have not seen her there all day. There's no markings on this car's window. There's nothing on the dash to indicate that there's a problem with it. And it's still wet from having just been washed. I'm taking it down to the Hertz car wash dirty area in the uptown area just for something to do, just to get the hell out of the car with Steve, because he's listening to Hip Hop Nation and they're just playing absolute garbage music tonight. I do wish I was just working alone, as dead as it is tonight. I'm sure I'd find better ways to use my time. What's going on right now? Steve keeps going back to those two cars, the one that says exchange and the other one that says on rent. The last I was told, on rent or AR cars are just to be, who is? Ah, you want this? Okay. I have no idea what the deal with this one is. It looks like it just got washed, but